You want to come say hi to everybody? Okay. Hey, I'm sorry, I was talking to Glenda. I was seeing if she wanted to come say hi to everybody. I got some hair, something sticking out on this side. I just have to leave it this way. I need a haircut, y'all. I need a haircut. But used to, I liked it a little bit longer, but now I like it shorter. I don't have much on top, and when I get it cut, then I don't have to fool with it. I don't. I can wake up and I don't even have to brush it. Win, 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 win. We are looking forward to the live tonight. We finally got somebody on here that I've been trying to get on here for a while, and they have been some kind of busy. Not only that, but I think they've had some sickness, and then their business is really uh, uh, doing well, and they they are overbooked, I guess, with all the work. Which I was telling Michael, I think that's a good thing. If you see me looking off to the side, I am canning some sweet potatoes, and if I just all of a sudden pop up and run, that's because I got to. It's just like I'm neurotic about stuff like that. I've got to go take care of it. I don't even think about it. I guess I'm so used to just jumping up and going and doing it, but I'll try not to. Belinda says she's going to kind of watch over it. Uh, but I wanted to get it done for I got grandkids spending the night tonight, and we'll have them tonight and some of the day tomorrow. So Yahoo, Yahoo. I don't like to can while they're here though, because that big old hot pot and all hot jars and stuff. But it's what it is. It's going to be. I got quite yesterday. I got I think 21 quarts of the sweet potatoes done. And then today I got another 7 quarts, but I didn't have as much time today. But it takes a little while, having to peel them and cut them, and the pressure up, pressure down, the pressure time. Uh, it takes a little bit of time to get it all done. But I've got 4 boxes of them. They're 40-pound boxes. So that would be, if my Louisiana education is right, that's 160 pounds of sweet taters. Sweet taters, which I'm not going to can all of them, but I'm going to can a good bit of them. And we're going to have it on hand. So when my little tiny people come over, I just open up a jar and they're good to go. They're good to go. But this morning, I wound up, had to process some rabbits. First time I've ever raised rabbits, and I was kind of not knowing what I'm doing, but here you go. But I was a little bit nervous with it. Y'all say hello to Glenda.
Hey, everybody.
She figures she might as well sit down and talk for just a minute before chaos comes. Chaos is coming our way in the name of a 5-year-old girl named Riley Lane. Westman, he don't ever give us no trouble, except for now he started opening up cabinets and stuff. But anyway, he's sweet all over more than any place else. Any place else. Anyway, processed. We had 6 of them. 2 of them was born like 4 days after the first 4, and that we had remaining. And these 4 were ready. They're ready to go. I set the timer. I was told 12 weeks minimum, 16 weeks maximum. I don't know. Anyway, they got to 12 weeks. I said, no, they're still not big enough. And 13 weeks, no, not big enough. 14 weeks, I said, they're going. They're going. I'm going to go ahead and take care of them. So got 4 of those done this morning. It's very easy. Nothing to. Of course, I've hunted and done all that all my life, so I'm not any stranger to that kind of stuff. So, we're gonna try it, aren't we, Mom? We're gonna try it. It ought to be pretty good, though. I rabbit hunted, and one thing I noticed, and this may not be something that you all want to hear. But I've rabbit hunted pretty much all my life. In fact, used to have some dogs, and we would kill hundreds of them every year. And I just I got so sick of it. I couldn't even stand the, because you clean them. I mean, I'm not going to waste them. We're going to clean them. We're going to cook them. We're going to eat them, or give them away. We give away a bunch. You get tired of it. It's got an odor to it, and I'm just like, oh, I don't like that at all. So I was kind of hesitant about raising rabbits, but these they were no odor or nothing, and it was good, clean, white looking meat. So we're kind of, I'm interested in trying it out. Trying it out ought to be good. Let me show you something real quick, and before I get Michael up, I won the last chance cook-off collab thing. I won some towels, hand towels. Like, is that what you call them? Hand towels, or dish towels. It's got barbecue on them. A little barbecue pit. Isn't that cute? There's two of them. And got that from the Inquisitive Farm Wife. Angela, I believe, is her name. And if you hadn't checked her out, go check her out. I watch her on a regular basis. Let me put this up because you don't need that. But I got a note here. And I'm not going to read all of it because it's very personal. People don't like you reading their personal stuff. But I'm going to just read just a little bit of what she wrote here. Congrats, winner. Thank you for your participation. You are by far the greatest YouTube channel that I've ever come across. I was reading between the lines. Give me that. Put that up there. I read between.
I ruin it, don't I?
You ruin everything. I can't. I had some. Hey, I told Rochelle. I had on Facebook or something a picture. My daddy put a picture of his mama when she was just a young girl. Probably I don't know how old she was. Probably a teenager. I don't know. Them old pictures. It's hard for me to tell. I'm sorry. I keep rubbing my eye, but it itches. Anyway, it's an old photo. Anyway, I put it on Facebook, and Rochelle mentioned, she said, looks like Reba. And I'm just assuming she's talking about Reba McEntire. So I wrote her back. I said, well, Reba is my dad's niece. And I said, but his sisters are like 20 years older than him. He was, about 20 years younger than my sisters. And so when she came along, they had done moved off and, and done their thing. I can't remember what I said, but basically I went on. I didn't tell her anything about it. I was curious if she was going to believe me or not. So I don't, I don't know if she did or not, but, huh? Go ahead. Got my daughter calling.
Hello.
Anyway, so I hope she believed me. Because it would be funny if she did. Let me get over here and say hello to everybody in the chat. I'm going to get Michael up here because y'all are much rather talk to him than me, I know. All right. Hey, Misha. Always good to see Misha. I was going to ask you, Misha, I think I give you a wrench. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, let me know because I will take care of that. Boom Chili. I've seen Boom Chili on MB Heritage's side a time or two. Seen it around the YouTube lives and area. It's good to see you. Appreciate you coming in, Bobby. She's in the chat. Appreciate you coming in. You come in to make sure Michael doesn't say anything wrong, huh? Ashley, there's Ashley CNC. There's our good friend Jesse, Lazy Days Homestead. Another good friend here, Shannon. Journey along with Shannon. Shannon, we will get together when you and Roger next week. Next weekend, we're going to be out of town. We're going to the Milton, Florida homesteader thingamajig or whatever. Anyway, so we're going to be going Friday and Saturday. Now, if you during the weekend, I know he's probably working during the week, but anyway, we'll get together and we'll. There ain't nothing around here you want to see. I don't know why you won't see anything around here, but we'll find something to do. We'll find something. Smallholder Homestead. Nice hair. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. There's our the mother, Miss Mary. Always good to see you there. Simply Jan. Jan has her live at 6 o'clock. So we're going to get y'all out in plenty of time for that. Chuck, neurotic. I'm going to be canning for a long time. It takes a good while to do all this mess. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Peter, Old Man King. And I'm running through here. So if I overlook you, I'm sorry. Hey, Rebecca, just good to see you. Appreciate you coming. Always good to see Rebecca. I started getting my hat out this morning, but it's kind of warmed up today. I mean, the last couple of nights it's been in the 30s and it's shooting back up. The heat's shooting back up. But I started getting my Rebecca Touched by Yarn specially made hat. And I said, no, I don't get it dirty. I want to save that for special occasions. Special occasions. So I'm going to save it for a special occasion. Hey there, Smallholder Homestead. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Let me run through. I'm getting down through here, Michael. Hindu 19742. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Best Life. Appreciate you coming in. Good to see you. Hey, Linda. I think she already seen that, by the way. Hey, got us propped up on a crane. Hey, you and Roger ought to get along. Journey along with Shannon. Her husband Roger, he fools with them cranes. He's a supervisor now, but he supervises the putting them up and taking them down. Okay. There's Danny Days. Danny saying hello. Take over your. Okay, so you do have a wrench. Okay, I was thinking about that, but I didn't know. Hello, Brittany. Good to see you. RB Story, Ronnie and Brittany. Always good to see you. And I'm getting down. Every time I get down, it'll jump or something. Belinda can't keep me straight. You know better than that. I don't know. I'm missing things. So if you say something, I just kind of overlook it. It's because I overlook it. Hey there, Bunky. Good to see you. Hey, y'all, Bunky is getting it on with that guitar, y'all. She played me a song yesterday that she learned, made it her own, getting where she can strum that thing and change chords. I was so proud of her, y'all. My head was that big. Doing fantastic. Let me get on down. I'm getting close. Well, I got an old hat, Rebecca, that I can wear like when I'm working and I'm out. But I want to save my good hat for special occasions, like when me and Miss Belinda goes out on the town. We go to the fish house and stuff like that. I don't want to get all dirty. Hey, Nina and boys, good to see y'all. Appreciate you coming in. If I've overlooked you, I apologize. Y'all run an errand. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Shannon. Tell Roger I said hello. Trouble has entered the house. Trouble has entered the house. Come say hello to everybody.
Hey.
This is my oldest daughter, Charity. Say hey, Charity. Miss Mary Bell's in here.
Hey, Miss Mary.
And all the other people. Run. No kidding. And here's Trouble. Look, I'm about to get a man up here as my guest, so I need you to give me a hug so you're not up in my lap.
In other words, give him a hug and get out.
All right, you got to get down out of my chair, though.
Hi, boys.
You got to go in there, okay?
Come on.
Go on in there. Love you.
You got to let Pop do off the chair.
Or you can sit right there, just don't get in my lap. Come here, boy. Give me sugars. All right, now go get out of here. Go away. Go away.
I don't want to go away.
You don't want to go away. All right, let's say hello to Mr. Michael.
Okay.
Say hello to Mr. Michael.
Why do you want to talk?
All right, now
What's going on?
you're gonna have to be quiet. Let's see how long that lasts. Hey, Michael, how in the world are you?
How you doing, Chuck? I'm doing great, man. Can you believe we finally got it put together? Sorry, man, it took me so long. I'm sorry.
Hey, no, that's no problem at all. I'm just glad we was finally able to get together. I run across your channel sometime, I think last year, and I can't. I was trying to think back when I.
I want dinosaurs.
Yeah, go tell them to put you a dinosaur on. I can't remember if it was a live or if you just come up on recommendation, whatever. Anyway, I went over there, and I remember going into some of your lives and checking you out. But one thing, and I'm not just trying to, pin roses or nothing, but one thing that really stuck with me and impressed me was I was nobody. You didn't know me from Adam. You didn't know me from anybody, but you were always very welcoming into your lives. And then you come and to our channel, you subbed, and you started making a comment every now and then, and every comment was very positive. And that was something that I guess registered in my mind, and I appreciated that. Sure did. Look here.
You're very welcome.
Special guest, Mike and Bobby from MB Heritage Farms.
Thank you, Jesse and Lisa. Love you guys. Awesome people.
But then I got to watching your videos and got to it takes you a while to when you find a new channel to kind of get, I guess, invested in them to get to know them a little better. So, hey Ronnie and hey Pineapple. But once I got to watching, I said, this fella and Bobby, y'all know what y'all talking about when it comes to gardening and, like with your animals and things of that nature. It seemed like you had a little bit of, when you look at mine, I'm just nonsense. I'm just off the cuff with everything I do, but y'all actually have things together. And I guess that's why I like it.
Well, I appreciate it, but it's chaotic as crap over here. It's really, I guess it looks that way on YouTube, but it's really, I was just telling my brother the other day, we were sitting on the porch, and I was like, how many times I get to sit down and just, do, because he drives a truck and we're always crazy busy. Bobby's usually more busy than me, but just getting to sit down, it's like, I told him, I was like, we used to go from like 4 videos a week down to 2. We would do a live stream every Saturday. We don't get to do any of that anymore. We're lucky if we put out one video a week. So
yeah,
we're happy to nail that down. But at least I know we're doing our job, and it looks like we got stuff together over here. Anyway.
Well, a good editor is able to help you out. You do most of the time. You have a video come out every Wednesday evening. Is that right?
Yep, 6:15 every Wednesday.
Okay. And most of the time on Wednesdays, about the time your videos come out, I'm either getting around to get ready to go to church, or else it's right in that time. So I always have to watch it later. Instead, especially like if it's a premiere or something, I like to catch the premieres while people are doing it, but it never seems to work out that I'm able to do that. But I do go by. I got your bell rung, so when you come on, I know you got a video out.
Well, I sure appreciate it. That all started when we did our Wednesday night network. Last year we started it. Actually, Jules masterminded it, and we put it together. We knew by the time warm weather came, everybody was going to start doing other stuff. Everybody picked different days, and because once grow season comes in, it's on.
Right.
Everything's up in the air from that winter schedule. So I just told everybody I was going to keep the Wednesday night at 6:15. I wasn't going to switch. That's when we, post our videos. And then when cold weather comes back around, like it is doing now, we're going to reassemble that Wednesday night network and get some more new gurus in and some of the old ones, and just start doing it again. And usually it would fall over into the Lala's Lab, but I'm not sure if they're going to be doing much this cold weather. But who knows? We'll see. We may be raiding you. Who knows? But anyway, we're going to try to get it back
I got a
together.
white one.
Okay. That you go eat them. Okay.
But I need you to open them.
Come here, Riley, and I'll do it.
Check out
You
all these
just-
awesome folks you got in here, Chuck. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
they-
I know each and every person in here.
You already know every one of them.
I'm looking through. I ain't found one I don't know yet.
All right. You know, old Ronnie, Early Bird Farm.
I love Early Bird Farm. That's a great channel, man. I like Ronnie's a good guy.
I
That's where
like
I got all
him.
my bread making recipes from is Ronnie.
Yeah, he has another channel too, Southern Food Junkie.
So yep,
And
that's how I found him through that one. But yeah,
oh, did you? You like
Yeah.
watching them cooking videos sometimes?
yeah.
You can find all kind of neat stuff on them. Now, y'all do some every now and then too.
Yeah, we like to make sure if we show you how to grow food and show you how to process it, put it up, might as well throw some recipes in there on how to, prepare it. And we do pretty good. We both cook pretty decent. So, and that helps out in the cold when you're not really outside growing. All you got left is either recipes or lives, white noise. You know what I'm talking about. Just stuff, to keep your channel busy.
Yeah. Well, I think I struggled last year. Of course, I was still learning. I'm still learning all this YouTube stuff, and I don't consider myself an established content creator yet because I still hadn't figured out how to do it like I want to. But I think it's just because I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing it. But hey, Ann, I'm sorry. I put your thing up there so I wouldn't forget to say hello. So hello. And also Barb. Appreciate y'all coming in. I don't want to miss anybody, but yeah, there's Early Bird right there. Old Ronnie. He's a good guy. I had him on my live not too long back. This is the first time I have seen your name. Now you know him better, don't you? But you mentioned something a while ago. You called people gurus.
Right.
Gurus. Some people on here may not have a clue what you're talking about when it comes to calling people gurus.
We have a few gurus in here tonight.
Yeah.
3 or 4. Yeah. I call them gurus because that's short for garden gurus. That's kind of our little collaboration that we started just last year, actually, and it's done really good. It's did way better than what we ever thought it was going to. And it's just people that use that hashtag. So, we're kind of like a big family. We just call everybody garden gurus or gurus.
Tell me a little bit how that works.
Well, it came about through a medical scare. I was having some stuff going on with my heart, or we thought was my heart. But anyway, the doctor was telling me to stay out of stressful stuff and, kind of take it easy. And it was like full blown grow season. Like we was getting ready to just go crazy. So we had I'm sure you guys already know, we're really tight with Jules, or you guys know him as Jamie Slate, or Jules Gardening Tips, and that lady right there, Boonchild. We're all pretty good friends, and we had all just kind of got started in the YouTube revolution. You know how it goes. And they live kind of close. So while I was having this trouble, they both started texting and saying, man, listen, we could go over there and take care of your plants. So there was a frost coming. They offered to go cover every plant I had, feed the birds. We got then we had like 60 or 70 chickens. Anyway, it was pretty cool how somebody closer to you in that network would be able to help you out. Even though we did meet them on YouTube, we're still close enough. We're at least within an hour between everybody. So now we like see each other at least every month. We're getting together at least 2 times. We talk every day on the phone and text message. So I was like, you know what? That's really neat to be able to run into a situation in life where you got people close enough that can help you out. What if we created a network where every person in their own state could do the exact same thing? So that's what Gurus is.
Wow, that's a neat idea. And I just realized here recently of the few people that's in the YouTube world, so to speak, that are around in our area, and I don't know a lot of them. That's just right here next to me, but within an hour or so, there's quite a few or several. Um, I'm sorry, I keep looking over there at my canner, and then I think I hear something in the back, one of the kids or something.
It's all right.
Got my head on a swivel, Michael. Head
No,
on a
that's all
swivel.
right. But that's what it's all about, man. It's just like people like you that have a garden or a system, whether it be just a life troubling situation or we actually do experience shift at one time, or you have to go off grid, God forbid, for a shorter period of time, whatever it is. It was just neat that we didn't really need the internet or the network actually that has to do with YouTube, uh, to resolve problems to help each other out. It's just, now off grid or whatever, we still have a means to get in touch with each other and go help. So we just started the hashtag, and we had everybody separating out in their own state and then down to their own local area, and just supporting people on YouTube or any social network. It doesn't matter where it's at, but just connecting with people that's closer to you. And people just started kind of concentrating on that a little more, and then they started meeting people in their state, becoming friends. Nunya, Texas on the back 20 is a great example right now. They're doing skills classes and having big old meetings and everything.
Yeah.
They had a Texas Garden Club, or it's still there. A lot of people use that. So, I mean, it was pretty impressive. And then we built a website to go with it, and then we built a forum where everybody could go and talk on the forum. But we wanted to make sure that it just wasn't in the U.S. We wanted everybody in the world to be able to do the same thing, and we wanted to connect them somehow, not just like one type of social media, but we wanted to get it all connected all across the world. We figured the best way to do that was with a website. Once I built a website and I connected a chat forum with it, we wanted to make sure the serious gardeners and people that were serious about supporting the Garden Gurus could be in it. So we made sure everybody had some type of account to sign up for. And within less than 8 months, we had 22,000 registered members. I checked yesterday, we have 31,000 registered members on that forum now. And that's what it was all about. It wasn't just concentrated on YouTube or Instagram. Once you got that network all across the world, there's people that don't even care about ever opening up YouTube that's on that forum, swapping recipes and all kind of information. Of course, I've shut it down now to rebuild it because we have so many people on there. I got to do some redesigns and add some emojis and stuff like that. But it was really shocking how quick everybody just took off and did their own groups, and everybody still uses the hashtag, and we all go over and support each other every chance we get. So it's really been amazing how it just grew all by itself,
Right. Now, I guess I'm a little bit slow. Sometimes you got to explain things to me like I'm a kindergartner. But it's actually
Love you.
I love you too. You leaving? Okay. Hey, okay. I love you. I like the concept, of people being there for you, people that you can reach out to, and with you have questions or you have needs or you have, because I'm dumb as a rock when it comes to knowing where to get stuff and how to do things and all that. But so I have learned one of the things that I guess that I have appreciated more than anything about this YouTube business is that if I need to know something, I can go to NB Heritage Farm and find out, certain things, or I can go to some of these other channels that, like you we was talking about, Early Bird Farm. I've asked him questions and probably bugged him probably more than he likes as far as how to do things and as far as trees and a plant app. I think I asked him about a plant app one time, and I can't remember what all. But anyway, it's nice to be able to have people that you can reach out to that actually care enough to help. I hope I said that right.
Man, I'm going backwards.
What are you doing?
I'm going backwards.
Okay, go backwards out of here. But now you said you have it shut down now.
Right. Well, not the hashtag itself. So let me explain.
Okay.
Anybody that homesteads, that cooks, you don't even have to grow your own food. If you cook, if you have animals, you process animals, you grow your own food, you store your own food, anything that has to do with being more self-reliant, all you have to do is just put hashtag Garden Gurus in your video. You're a garden guru. You don't have to be part of the website. You don't have to go over to the forum, support people that way. If you choose to stay on YouTube, you can. If you choose to use that hashtag on Instagram, all your YouTube videos that has to do with being more self-reliant, it doesn't matter where you're at. Odyssey, Rumble, everybody's using it on all kind of stuff, which has been pretty cool. But you can do it. That's the great thing about Garden Gurus. You can do it however you want it, or you can post one video a year and never use the hashtag again. It's fine with us. That's just what it's about. Because everybody's going to concentrate back to that hashtag or wherever they're at, whether it be on Instagram or, whatever. So all you have to do is just, if you're doing stuff to be more self-reliant, use hashtag Garden Gurus, then go over to the hashtag. And there's tons of information on there. I think we're like 1,600 videos over there now, and we're 2,500 on Odyssey. So there's tons of videos over there, and there's plenty of people to support. The thing about it is, once you get in the hashtag and you start supporting, that's when all those other gurus come back and support you. So that's the great thing about it. If you know the hashtag exists and you put the hashtag in your video, they go up by views all the time, which makes us feel good because it's still growing.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Michael. I tell you, I'm doing this right. If I'm on YouTube and I go to the search bar and type in hashtag Garden Gurus,
yep, all one word.
It's just all one word, and it'll bring me to a thing where I can look at other people that's put it. Okay.
Right. So when you go to YouTube, you type in hashtag Garden Gurus, it'll bring you up to a little green square, and it'll be a playlist. It'll be the number one spot that pops up there. And once you click on it, it'll open up that entire playlist, and you'll see everybody. In the top bar, there'll be some color there, and you'll see everybody that posted videos, all the channels that's part of it, and all their videos is right there. Or you can click the hashtag in somebody else's video, and you can just click Garden Gurus hashtag there, and it'll take you straight to the playlist as well.
Okay, give me just a second. Hold on just a second. I'm going to see if no, that's invite. Yes, I don't want that. Well, I thought there was a thing on here that I could share a screen.
Yeah, there is.
Is it?
There should be at the very bottom bar where it says mute, stop cam settings and all that, and your little bracket. There should be a little screen that says share with the plus mark in it.
I don't have that. I have present. I have.
Present. They probably changed it over. They've just updated StreamYard.
They did. Let's see. Share screen. Let's see. Microsoft Edge tab. Garden Gurus. All right. Did I get it up there?
That's it right there. Yeah.
All right. Let me see how to make this big. All right. Can everybody see that? So you can go to this hashtag and you can find all these videos. Let me go to this screen. You can find all these videos. Hey, look, I'm on there. I did remember to do one.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, I'm learning stuff, Michael, so I get sidetracked. All kind of stuff on here, all different kind of channels. They got the bacon cheese. Britain Farms has there's the Nunya, Texas he's talking about.
Yeah, there's the Texas Garden Club. And if you'll notice, we have Canadians, Australians. I mean, people from anywhere across the world can go to the same hashtag and there's already somebody in your area or at least in your country to support. And then, once you guys meet each other, you eventually start meeting other people closer to you. So it's pretty great how it's all coming together. But there's all kind of different, uh, you know, countries, everybody on there supporting from all across the world. So there's something for everybody on there.
Now, as soon as you type in, you can type it in your description, or do you have to type it in your title?
No, just a description. All you have to do is just put it down in the description. There's no need to put it in the title. And
that will automatically bring it to that site?
Right, yeah. There's no need in scrambling up your title or adding all that garbage where people have to read it. You can just go down to the very bottom of your description and just add #Garden Gurus. And that way you don't have to mess with anything on your channel. It'll automatically go over to the playlist. We don't even have to go add it. It'll be there. And when people see it, they get updated. A lot of people have it where they get updated. No Jules does. He'll separate it where he has the newest videos up there and then get a notification when somebody posts. So, once it goes over there, everybody else will know it's there and they'll go check it out.
It's like a tag. Okay. Well, you know me. I don't have a clue. It takes me a while to learn things. Okay.
You was actually on our anniversary video, Chuck.
I know. I seen that. I was watching through it and I was like, wait a minute. I just seen us. I said, how did he get that? How did he do that? It's Voodoo. Voodoo. Well, I was about to say Boom Child, but I was going to say Voodoo. There's another channel called Voodoo, something like that, isn't it? It is great info. And I asked Michael about it and he explained it to me. But again, it takes me a while for something to kind of sink in to realize the purpose behind something. It's like working on a vehicle. I can work on a vehicle. I've had to down through the years, but I don't know anything about a vehicle. I don't understand the workings of it. That's what it takes for me to understand like this kind of stuff.
I don't really like working on them. So I guess that's why I don't really understand them. You give me a canvas and a paintbrush, I'm good. But working on cars, I ain't so good at it.
Hey, Robin. Good to see you. Robin has something, and she just put out a thing. She has a pumpkin carving collab. Pumpkin carving collab. I can't remember the hashtag and all that. Robin, you have to give that information. She's looking for people to participate in it. I can't remember the deadline and all that. So, feel free to put all that in there, Robin, and hopefully there'll be some. I told Belinda I need to go get a pumpkin and get my grandkids out there and let's carve it up while I got them over here.
Now, man, it sounds interesting to me. I'll have to go check it out.
WTF carving contest. What the Flock carving contest. I got you. And there she is right there. 2038 deadline. I don't know what that means. Honestly, I don't know what 2038 means. Explain it to me like I'm a 2-year-old. Hey, PSB, good to see you.
I was trying to find another. Anyway, I'm not going to scroll back up. I was going to answer. Anyway, just because, don't let the name Guru fool you. It was just a catchy phrase. You don't have to be a guru. You don't even have to really know what you're doing to use the hashtag or get support from it. There's a lot of great info on there already. Nobody's professionals. Kind of like Rick from the Lala Farm got the chicken whisperer started, calling me a chicken whisperer, where I did the chicken genetic video and it stuck. That's not self-entitled, but I'm not a chicken whisperer and I'm not a garden guru either, but I know there's people on there. I've learned from a lot of people just in the past 6 months of watching some of those videos. So you don't have to be a guru or a pro at anything. That's all. I just wanted to make sure I cleared that up because.
Well, I'm glad you did because really, when I first looked at it and saw it, I was a little bit hesitant because I know I don't know anything, and I was a little bit hesitant. I didn't want to seem like a hypocrite and just be kind of riding y'all's friendship coattails, so to speak. I didn't want that to be the case.
We'll
But-
never look at it like that.
Well,
Anybody that
I
uses
know.
that hashtag, we're happy with it. I mean, if you're doing anything to better yourself or to be more self-reliant, and then you hop on a train and start learning a whole lot more from other people doing the same thing, it don't matter what level you at. Everybody in here saying we learn from each other. That's the best part about it. And nobody ever makes you feel that way either. Everybody just wants to help, you know?
Best Life says you just a fibbing now, not a chicken whisperer. Hey, I remember those videos that they were very in depth to me. Of course, I say they were in depth. They looked like and sounded in depth to me as a person who has no clue how all that works. But I mean, you were XYing and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I realized then sometimes it probably would be better just to say, look, if you take 2 blue chickens and put them together, they're not going to make all blue chickens. You know, it probably would have been better. But at the same time, there's people on these channels, like there's big channels with 500,000 subs that's putting out information that kind of needs to be tweaked a little bit. But, you know, a lot of people do stuff for views and put out, but I like to just make sure when I put stuff out, there's truth in it. So it's, I don't know. It's just, that's how it is. Like 2 blue chickens. I guess I could have probably made an easier video or did the genetic code at top while I'm trying to explain it a little bit easier. But just the truth, if you put 2 blue chickens together, they're not going to make blue chickens. And once you know what you're doing when you do put them together, you can get every color you want once you know the genetic code. But yeah, that was a good video, and I put a lot of work into it. But I probably could do another one.
Well, it was definitely. I mean, I would say it helped me. It helped me have a greater understanding than what I already had, which was zero. But it also got me to. I watch a lot of these videos, and even though I don't need it at the time,
right?
Like it may be something that I'm not. I've got other things going on, and I don't want to concentrate on that right now. In the back of my mind, I know where it's at. Does that make sense? I know where to go get it when it's. Yeah, he's just being modest, huh? I know that, Bobby. I know that. Hey, that's why you're here, to keep him in line. There is Ralph. Hey, Ralph, good to see you. Webb's Webb. Good to see. Now that she's incubating eggs. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
you done a video. Was it? I guess it was. When was it? Maybe Wednesday. It must have been Wednesday. You premiere on your
10 reasons why chickens are not laying eggs.
10 reasons chickens aren't laying eggs. And when I was listening to it, I mean, all of it's a lot of it is common sense. But that's, to me, that's common sense. Don't come easy all the time. I may overthink things, why I'm doing things. And when you just lay it out and explain it, if y'all have chickens, y'all go check that out. Because I mean, it really is very, very informative. Michael, he is trying to be modest and all that, but he has put some effort into learning this stuff, and I think it needs to be appreciated.
It's a lot of misinformation. Like my mama, she's been around her chickens like her whole life. They've been homesteaders, from the time she was born. That wasn't a way of, that's a way of life, not a word. And she's never not been around chickens. And it was just, she was like, well, the video's good, but I don't understand because, our chickens just did whatever they wanted and we threw scratch every now and then. And I was like, yeah, it's because they was foraging and they could go where they want and they got their nitrogen from the clover and their water from the stream. So, which we're talking about people that have hundreds of chickens cooped up. And once all that nitrogen and everything's gone from, and all you have left is soil, now you got to start supplementing. And if you just throw scratch back in there, you're going to cause a problem. If you just do laying pellets because you got hens, you're going to create hip problems. So you got to make sure you know, kind of you got to put in what they're missing. And we made a video about that too. It's just 3 easy things that you can mix together and toss in a bucket, and their entire dietary needs are met just off of 3 little things. It's nothing we made, but we mixed 3 other products together, and that's all you chickens ever need the whole time. So I mean, you know, it's just the misinformation. Like, she's been around chickens longer than me, and just some of the stuff still baffles her. You know,
Well,
there's a lot of stuff that's just, some are wives' tales, and some the old homesteaders knew exactly what they was doing, or those things wouldn't have still be used today. You know what I'm saying?
right. And there's, I guess, more access to some things today that they may not have had access to many years ago.
Yeah.
That improves. I'm sorry, I get distracted very easy.
No, that's okay.
That gives you a better quality diet, I guess, for the chickens. And hey there, Nick. Good to see you, my
Right.
friend.
And that was they had their knowledge that was a little bit more open, you know, because like nowadays, when people go to breed chickens or they're new to chickens, if they're not getting the throw that they want on color or sex or whatever, they're chunking roosters out the door left and right. And that's why I kind of try to explain the chromosomes, because the rooster don't determine sex when it comes to chickens. It's the female, it's the hen. So you're not really helping your source out. Homesteaders, you know, way back in the 1700s and all that, it didn't take them but 2 breedings to realize, okay, something didn't change. Now we figured out it's not the rooster. We know it's the hen.
Right.
You know, so nowadays, like I said, people they just keep recreating the same thing over and over again from bad information. You know, it didn't take them long to figure it out. Somehow or another, it takes our generation a little bit.
It takes me. Right, what do you want? Oh, go get you a napkin or something. Go get your nose. Your nose is disgusting, girl. There. You all right?
Jesse and Lisa, Misha, thank y'all for doing a good job on modding. Toss and Link, y'all guys are doing a great job.
They do. And sometimes I forget to thank them, but I am proud. I'm thankful that that they show up to take care of it. But I started sometime back. I started making it where, in order to get on the live, you had to be subscribed for at least 1 minute, because I had some people come, you know, the bots or whatever they call them.
I understand, yeah.
And Steven was telling me, if you make it subscriber only, if nothing else, for 1 minute, it kind of knocks down some of that stuff. But
Yeah, it does help.
so I do it. I hate for new people to come in and think that, you know, they can unsubscribe just as soon as they get off, as far as I care. But don't do that. Hey, Jen, good to see you. Jen, I have got your piggy cup all packaged up and everything. And I got who else was that? Storyteller Donnie. I've got his all packaged up. And it's been sitting on my bar, I don't know how many days now. But anyway, it's packed. It's ready to go to the mailbox. It really is. One day. What you got going on now, Michael? I know winter's coming on, and you still got a garden?
No, not really. When the hurricane came through, we had some pretty decent okra that was still going.
That's right.
Some Thai basil. We had a few things going, but the hurricane decided they didn't need to be standing anymore. So we took everything out, and our weed seed bank went through the roof with some new compost that we bought. I think somebody wanted to make sure we grew kudzu in the garden as well. So we're going to do a whole new thing. We're still going to stay permaculture, but this year we're going to do a series of videos switching over, and we're going to grow in solarized soil. The entire time the soil's getting solarized, we're going to grow in it and kill out all our weed seed bank, but we're not really willing to sacrifice a grow year for it. So we're going to go ahead and document that and let you guys go along with us, and we'll see how well that goes. But both gardens will be solarized this year while we grow in them. So it'll be interesting.
Did you say solarized?
Yeah. So solarized is a method where solarizing the garden is you take plastic, most of the time clear plastic if you want some real heat to come, and you get your garden down to just something soft, the compost, let's say, or topsoil, whatever. You till it if need be. Anyway, get your garden ready like you normally would for the year, and then you cover it with clear plastic, and you make sure those edges are tightened down where no air gets in, and you let the sun bake the soil. Now you're probably going to lose somewhere between 16th to a fourth of your nutrients, natural nutrients in your soil, which ain't that bad if you're putting them back with chickens like we are, because our chickens will stay in the garden through the off year and till it up for us and add, you know, fertilizer, and then they're taking out some of the seed as well. But when they move out, we're going to cover it with the tarp this year, or maybe some 15 mil plastic, and solarize it so all of that heat kills all the weed seed out. Because, like I said, we had it pretty bad this year. We had to change sources of compost. We usually have it brought in, you know, a couple of tons at a time. And if somebody, like I said, somebody seemed to think that kudzu would be a good thing to put in there with it, or just, you know how it is when you're mowing from across the road. However,
Right.
it got there. Anyway, our garden went pretty crazy this year with it. And I'm not one of those people that like to go out there and weed. So we're going to go ahead and solarize it. Now, there's supposed to be a thing where we was going to do it this summer, but we didn't have enough time. We didn't even like plant any fall crops or cold weather crops. We were getting ready for this. So we're still probably got another 30 hours of prep work on the gardens before we cover it. So that means we're going to have to cover it next year because we're not going to have enough sun to bake everything out. So we're going to go ahead and put drip tape under some plastic. We're going to add new compost. That way, when we are short on nutrients from the baking, we can add the nutrients back through the injection system, keep it covered, and let the sun bake out all those weeds. The seed bank, I don't know if we're going to keep it up or just keep growing that way. But we're going to do it this year and see what happens. So, you know.
Well, you said you was going to bring us along for the ride, though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we're going to make a, you know, from the time we start tilling it to covering it up, planting plants in it, we're going to record the whole thing. If it's a failure, it's a failure. If it's success, then we all learn from it, you know. So it will be in the Garden Gurus playlist as well.
I want to. I've the last couple of years, I've kind of just played around with my garden. You know, just trying a few little different odd and end things here and there, which I hadn't really just put a lot of that on YouTube because I'll be honest with you, I get out there and I get to working and I've done forgotten my camera, I done forgot everything, and I'm too, you know, I'm doing something, I don't want to stop and have to go set up, and I'm just, like I said, I'm not that good of a YouTube content creator. But I would like to kind of keep up with it so I can know what works and what doesn't work. But that's why I got y'all. That's why I got you and all
I
these
love
other
being a
folks.
guinea pig.
Yeah. I don't have to keep up with it myself. I just look to y'all to get
One of my
things.
best friends' famous saying is, "I'm going to experiment. If it works, it works." Everybody hears Jules say that all the time, and he ain't afraid. And he's come out with a whole lot of great success just throwing an experiment together, you know. But we get to learn from it because he's always recording it. You know, he don't care if it's a failure. Then hey, guys, I can at least say, "Don't do this. Learn from it." You know. So either way, you're going to learn from it.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with experimenting. If you got chickens and you're not implementing in your garden, you need to seriously, like, just coop up a couple, fence them temporarily in the garden. They love it anyway. They'll till it up for you, add a lot more fertilized for you, where you won't have to do that stuff first of the year. And then when it's time to plant, let them go. You know, naturally they're going to eat it. If you plant stuff in there and keep your chickens, they're going to eat your vegetables. So get them back out. But yeah, if you got chickens and you're not using them in the garden, and implement them, you know, even if it's just for 30 days or so.
Let me ask,
Yeah.
let me ask you this, and I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock.
I understand. Yeah, we got some other people we don't want to step on.
Like we have rabbits, and I've been taking their manure and throw it in there. I have done a couple of times do the rabbit tea, whatever they call that. I've seen other people, where they just let it soak or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand how all that works, and even if it helps that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Rabbit poop definitely is the best you can put on there because you don't have to worry about it going through the heat cycle. It's one of the poops you can put directly on the garden and not really have to worry about it burning anything. It is like recommended though, you kind of not get the concentration of rabbit urine in there. That can cause a little bit of a problem because it's so straight. So we would usually just strain it out or, have the fall through there and just take our rabbit poop and dump it in the garden. But ain't nothing wrong with that. You can add that stuff all year long. So rabbit poop's like one of the best.
Well, I do, and I have, which I just don't. I've got a good bit of it, but to spread over the entire garden, I don't know. I wondered how long, how often that you have to replace it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was going to put a little around, just as an example, put some around like a little tomato plant or something. How long before I would have to go back and put some more? Week, 2 weeks, a month, an hour.
Well, if you're pre-fertilizing beforehand, usually when the plant starts to veg out or whatever you put there, even if it's a set and you didn't do it from seed, eventually before they hit that flower stage, they'll tell you. Because if you put it around there and it stays green, most of the time it goes into the fruit stage, and you didn't see any yellowing or no die off, then leave it alone because it's still got plenty of nutrients from the poop. But before it hits flower stage, if it starts turning yellow or having spots, it's asking for something else as long as you didn't overwater it. So most of the time you'll know just by listening to your plant and let your plant talk to you.
Yeah, Bill, I just didn't. I guess I've never just looked into it. I've been told, how good it is and all that, and I just chunk it in there, and I don't listen to my plants, I reckon.
Well, that's how I look at it because it just depends on where you're at in your area. Like we're in Zone 7, where Travis is from Lazy Dog Farm. He's in Georgia, so when he puts his rabbit poop down, he uses chickens now too also. But when they use chicken poop, the cycle of that stuff breaking down is pretty much way faster than we do here. Just because it breaks down because of the heat, the humidity, and where we're at, they have a lot more wetness. Where we get here, it's a little bit more like cooler, and their heat days, like their time is way longer than ours. It's ridiculous down there. I know I did cable. I don't even want to go back for a visit. It's too hot. But anyway, it breaks down a whole lot faster. So, like, it just depends on where you're at and how much you put and your weather and everything, because obviously you're not covering it up. But if they're green and happy, then, just wait for them to ask for some more. That's what I'd say.
I see what you done there, Vineyard Chicks. I seen what you done. Now, Bill, he's a good guy. He's not going to be. He can take. He can take a little picking. Through 1/4 inch, easier to distribute evenly. Okay. See, I never done that. I just shovel it up and chunk it in my garden. I'm not as technical. So of course, y'all's gardens always look a whole lot better than mine anyway. So I guess I need to put a little bit more effort into it, don't I? Anyway, look, I'm sorry.
I said that's because we don't really post it the entire time. We've been in some rough looking situations, but you're gonna get to see it pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm about out of time. I just look at my time, and I do appreciate all you in the chat coming and being a part of the live this evening. And I'm glad that I was able to have Michael on, and I know I knew he'd be a fantastic guest. There's just no way to get to everything that you want to ask a person in a short period of time. Right. But if y'all go to his channel, him and Bobby's channel, I think you'll enjoy it very, very much, and a lot of information. and just good folks. Always got a positive, encouraging word, and I just think you'll like it. Appreciate y'all being with us tonight. If I'm sorry, my phone, I've gotten more texts in the last hour than I have in 2 weeks. But I do appreciate all of y'all coming in, all you new folks that have come in because of Michael. I thank y'all for coming in and being part of the live with us as well. Mike, if you'll just stay tight real quick, I'm going to end this live and then I'll tell you goodbye in just a second.
Absolutely. Thanks, y'all.